My boyfriend promised me marriage for years, but when I finally gave up on the idea, he tricked me with fake movie tickets so he could rob me blind and move out with all my furniture. I spent almost 6 years with him, waiting for the proposal he swore was coming soon. Every holiday, every birthday, every romantic trip, I hoped it would finally happen. But it never did. His excuses were always the same: he didn't want to rush, he wanted it to be perfect, we needed more money. Meanwhile, I watched friends move forward with their lives, while I was stuck waiting. Eventually, something inside me broke. Over dinner one night, I told him I didn't even care about marriage anymore. If it happened, fine. If not, I'd still live my life. He didn't look hurt or disappointed. He looked almost relieved, like I had just freed him from a responsibility he never intended to follow through on. That should have been my first red flag. Weeks later, he came home with a surprise. Movie tickets to a film I'd been dying to see. He said he couldn't come because of work, but insisted I go, that he'd already paid. I thought it was thoughtful, until I got to the theater and they had no record of any ticket. My name, my email, even his card, nothing. That's when my stomach turned. Something wasn't right. I rushed back home. When I got there, I froze. The front door was propped open. Inside, he and his friend were carrying out my furniture into a moving truck. The couch I bought. The dining table I worked overtime to pay for. Even my grandmother's antique dresser, the one thing I swore I'd never part with. He froze when he saw me. His buddy dropped the chair they were holding and bolted. My boyfriend, no, my ex, tried to stammer out excuses about just reorganizing, but it was obvious. He had strung me along for years with fake promises, and now that I had stopped pushing, he thought he could quietly clean me out and walk away. I didn't argue. I called the police right there. He tried to play victim, claiming half the stuff was his, but every receipt was in my name. He left with nothing but his clothes. Now, he's gone, and I can't believe I wasted 6 years on someone who never saw me as a partner. But in a way, I'm glad. Because if he had ever proposed, I might have tied myself legally to a man who saw me as nothing more than free rent, free furniture, and a woman too patient for her own good. Sometimes heartbreak isn't about losing love, it's about realizing it was never real to begin with.